it's your boy Kai here. I'm back with another one. So today I'm going to be giving my ultimate speed guide and how you can use speed so you can start dominating in Ninja Arena and so you can start losing in Ninja Arena. Now I must tell you that speed plays a massive factor into how you'll be able to win in Ninja Arena because like you're going up against people's teams and then speed gives you the ability to go first if your speed is higher. And when you don't get to, like when you miss out a chance to not go first, it can make so much of a difference in a game where the computer's controlling everything most of the time and stuff like that. So speed plays a major factor in how you're going to be able to dominate in Ninja Arena. The way speed works, right? I guess I could just, I probably should have put this up. The way speed works, right, is that every unit in the game has a base speed stat. So let me just pull up a random unit. Let's pull up Kakashi because every unit in the game has a base speed stat. Now, with a certain type of gear, or no, not gear, but with speed scrolls, you're able actually to enhance everybody's speed beyond their base speed stat. So, example of that is probably Hinata. With these scrolls here, I can make her speed higher over time. So this is one of the things that you need to do to try and invest in speed. Now keep in mind, some people's base speed is slightly higher than others, like Kakashi. UR is in general, but Kakashi has a really high base speed even by UR standards. Who else? Mike Guy, who you may or may not be seeing a showcase video on this guy by the time this video comes out. But yeah, Mike Guy, who also has a pretty good base speed started out from the jump. So units like that you should probably pay attention to probably investing into units with good base speed, because if you put good investments to units with good base speed and you build a rotation that's based off of just a high amount of speed, then you're bound to have it to where it can pay off in Ninja Arena. Because no matter how good your team is, if you don't have like a good amount of speed investment on your units, you will lose in Ninja Arena. It does not matter. It is set up to where speed plays a major factor into how you're going to be able to win. I had to learn that shit the hard way, fam. So there's that. Yeah, so once you know what you choose your units that you want to know invest in speed into, some suggestions is probably like this. My guy Kakashi, if you have him, is definitely a top 10 investment because he boosts his own speed with his passive. He also has a pretty high base in speed. Some other units is probably this Naruto, because it's easy to get this to get fragments on this guy. Like I already have him 6 stars, so that's the reason why his speed is so high. Any unit that you have a good amount of investment on, or a unit that just have a natural high base speed, I suggest that you probably invest speed scrolls into those units. So there is that. If you guys want to know where to get speed scrolls, by the way, you can. Most people, wrong place. Most people get their speed scrolls by summoning on the item summon. It costs us 100k. If this shit was just low, bro, come on, man. I was about to say, don't black out on me in the middle of a video. Yeah, you get speed scrolls by summoning on this banner. It costs 100k Ryu per multi. I guess I could do one real quick. Let's see. Yeah, and you see, it's real quick, and then you have a chance to getting these scrolls. They don't actually show the drop rate for the items. I think it's just all randomized, so there is that. But all around, pretty solid stuff. That's where a lot of people get their scrolls if you're really trying to invest into speed into a unit really fast. And you can also get them from the you can also get them from the exchange shop as well. As you can see, I already bought some of them already out. The exchange shop does reset like every 2 hours, so you should be able to pick up some scrolls every once in a while when this resets. So this is where you go to actually pick up scrolls and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Also, you can get them from Ninja World tournament rewards and stuff like that. So all places where you can pick up ninja scrolls so you can invest into more speed into your units. Now once you've done that, you still want to build the team a certain way. So you're not done here. My bad. So what am I doing? So you're not done once you invested your units in to get a good amount of speed, right? So what I did here, if you guys know the last slot, right? So if you guys know the yellow slot, the energy slot, if you put investment into it, you can actually buff your base speed for the units that are in this slot. Now the reason why this is really good, obviously, because having another buff to this speed on top of the base speed they're already given, you can able to create a rotation where you're able to get really high amounts of speed in one rotation. So this slot, I've put a decent amount of level investment into it, and I'm able to get this yellow slot up to 200%, not percent, but 200 extra speed. It also gives defense as well, so that's the reason why I kind of had this mixed rotation. So I had Gara, who I also put a good amount of speed investment into, even though his speed is not really too high because he's the defensive unit, and his speed isn't usually he particularly this doesn't really have the craziest amount of speed, but due to investment he does because of that. But his base speed is not that high. Hope I'm not making that too confusing. So there's that. So Kakashi, who already has a good amount of speed, so the extra 200 would be pretty solid. Also, this guy right here, my guy, who has crazy amount of speed for our SR as well. I also decided to put him on a rotation. Plus, he's the defensive unit, and the defensive buff that he's also getting will help him and Gar be pretty tanky as well, on top of being a really good rotation as far as speed goes. Now, once you're done with that, you build a rotation on that last slot for base for speed. You want to go to training, and then training is here where you'll be able to buff all this stuff by getting the training stones. I might make a separate video where to get training stones. It's not really that hard, but you get them through various events and challenges within the game. So there's that. So once you start leveling up this last slide, it's just defense, and then when you finally get to the last buff, speed boost, you want to try and max this out. I currently have not maxed this out as I'm saying this right now, but once you max this out, you'll be able to get, I think, a max of probably like what, 400 speed added to your base speed to whoever's on your last in your energy slot. So all around really solid. So once you do that, you have all your best speed units on a good rotation, and make sure that it's just not any speed unit. Make sure it's like some units that you still have some decent investment into outside of just speed. That's why I know team building and ninja trials can be very complex in certain ways, because when the game first started, I probably would have never even suggested this, but once you start playing Ninja Arena, and Ninja Arena is probably the only game mode that actually gives out pretty solid rewards. So as far as the fragments and stuff like that, so that's why people play it the most. So there is that. Now I think I'm gonna not exit out, but we're gonna transition to an actual match so I can actually show you how effective having high speed will actually be. So once you Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys one of my replays from one of my matches I played earlier. So there's that. So off the jump, you can already see how good this is. So we have 1,382 speed. That is really high. Not the highest I've seen. The highest I've seen from somebody I was going up against is like 1,800, which is just crazy. But that is a really high amount of speed. And as you can see, it's already giving me that advantage because I was able to go first and I was already able to kill off one of their units. So just having it where you can kill a unit the first turn just because your speed is high, you get to go first. His team could have been way more better, but just because I had speed, I was able to get that one kill, and I could just throw the rest of the whole match off. So you can already get the idea of how speed plays such a massive factor. I do have a decent amount of speed investment to some other units or some of these other rotations. Like Kiba has some decent speed investment. No, Kiba actually has a lot of speed investment. Let me not say that. So that's the reason why this rotation is pretty high as well. So when it comes to Ninja Arena, I want to say like the average amount of speed, you want to have one rotation that's at least like over almost touching 1,000, just over 1,000. Then your rest of your rotation, you probably just want at least one or two that's probably near that, probably like late 800s, 900s, something high, nothing too low, like 700, 600, something that's like somewhere around the realm close to 1,000 in that aspect. So as you can see, we're just pretty much dominating this guy's team right now. Yeah, putting in work right now. Oh, Gar is super tanky, by the way, so he didn't take too much damage there, but you can start to see where this plays such a massive effect. Oh, now this is annoying. This is a whole nother topic. I hate how you can't choose your, at least wish you could choose your tri special that that you want them to use, because I would have easily chosen to use Kakashi and my guy's tri special because it's AoE over choosing this one. Like, this tri special is good, it does a lot of damage, but I definitely would have chosen the one with my guy and Kakashi because it's AoE and it's better for this game mode. So that's kind of annoying that, like, I don't know, that's why you shouldn't really focus too much on tri specials when it comes to Ninja Arena. Maybe in other game modes, I guess, maybe raids and stuff like that, but when it comes to Ninja Arena, honestly, you honestly just need one good tri special. Don't try and do more than one, because the way this rotation is set up, I have 3 tri specials set up, but it always chooses that one with Hinata and her squad, just because I think it's the one that I have more investment into as a tribe special. So that's actually something that's really annoying and something you should probably pay attention to. Like, don't overstuff your teams with tribe specials, because you may have cases like that. Because I really want him this dumb to actually use Kakashi in a Might Guy's trial special because it's a lot more useful for this particular game mode. So all AoE trial specials are a lot more better for this like type of game mode, in my personal opinion. So there's that. So I think you guys already got a pretty good idea of just how good speed can be. Like, even though that like this we just got paralyzed by that Sasuke and it threw off our rotations, just because I have good speed investment into this Naruto and this Boruto, my speed is still touching the 1000. So all around pretty solid stuff. And you can see how it's just it gives you so much of an edge just being able to go first every single time, especially if you have good speed investment to all your units or a good amount of them. So you can see how like really you really need to invest into speed. Like if in the beginning it don't seem like much because it does take a while to get there. You got to get to level 44 until you actually get speed a lot. So it just seems kind of meh. But once you get there, yeah, you really just start investing in speed from the jump. You're probably gonna already have a lot of scrolls just from playing other game modes, just from actually investing in speed yet before you actually get to level 44. But there's that. So it's your boy Kaki. Go last guy for more content. Oh yeah, your boy is #1 ranking right now. I'm not really sure how long that's going to last, but yeah, it's your boy Kaki. Go last guy for more content. Tell me what you gotta think about this. Tell me what you gotta think about my speed guide. Tell me if it was effective. Yeah, I'm out.